May I share with you some words of wisdom? Stay tuned. Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, we lead, and we inspire. And we're working on an article by a gentleman named Matthew Royce called One Sentence Life Lessons. And we've gone through a whole bunch of them. Today we're going to finish up. I found it to be very exciting and just gives a different perspective. Once again, when you look at things from a different angle, you get a different perspective. A lot of these things we've gone over a zillion times, but still, hearing them from a different angle makes you think about them in a different way. Let's get right to it. What you do today reflects who you'll become tomorrow. When you plan out your day, have one or two things that are of the utmost important. These are the goals that I want to get done today. I'm going to get these done. You know, you might want to, have a list of 4 or 5 of them, but primarily focus on the first ones. Once you get those things done, then move on. But don't do the easiest task first, do the most important tasks first. All right? And when you do those, that moves your body forward, and then you've made some progress. Progress gets you closer to your goal, and also remember, progress is the elixir of life. When you're making progress, like when somebody's on a diet and they've lost a pound or 2 pounds, they're more excited about doing more. That's the way life is. Progress is the elixir. Everything you do comes from your beliefs. Wow, that is so true. People take a certain posture, a certain stand. I mean, right now, just a couple of different issues that come to my mind. My beliefs, I'm a big advocate of gun control. There are a lot of people that I love and respect that are very intelligent, that are on a completely other side of that, posture, and I still love them and I still respect them, but I'm not going to come down from my pedestal of wanting to eliminate that violence. I don't see the benefit of it. Other people, hey, somebody comes up to me, I want to make sure that I'm loaded. Okay, I can understand their point of view. I can try and put myself in their shoes, and I've done that many, many times, but it's not working. Same thing with this vaccination. I can't for the life of me understand why people are watching other people die around them and not getting vaccinated. It doesn't make sense to me. The other thing that I don't understand is that we as a people in this country don't realize that until we get everybody vaccinated worldwide, it's not a local issue, it's a global issue. And until we solve it on a global scale, there's going to be more and more variants, and one of those variants down the road may be one that we're not able to overcome with a vaccine. So time is a crucial element here. I don't understand why people can't get on board with that. Those are my beliefs, and once again, that's who I am. You are your beliefs. Share your progress, not your goals. All right, I'm having a little difficulty understanding that one, because I don't see not sharing your goals, sharing your goals as a down thing. Sharing your progress is good, because when you share your progress, people don't jump on board things right away, but when they see you making progress, everybody's a fair weather fan. Like, I'm a fan of the Boston Red Sox. I used to be into baseball a lot more than I am now, and if they get to the playoffs, I'm there, I'm watching the games on TV. But right now, the season is so long, one individual game, I can't even sit and watch one individual game. So, it's just, that's the way I am. And there are some things that are more important than that, but, I can't get into that. But once, I'm a fair weather fan, and when you share the progress, more people jump on. So when the Red Sox, if they start winning, let's say 10 or 15 games in a row, I'm going to pay more attention. Share the progress. Live slower so you become more mindful. Let me expand on that a little bit. When you're giving direction, the key thing is not to give that direction as fast as you possibly can. The key thing is to speak at this rate of speed of understanding of the person that you're speaking with. So as an example, when you're speaking to a little child, you speak a little slower, you speak in short, choppier sentences, you make sure that each individual idea is consumed by the child. You're speaking to an adult, you speak a little faster, but the concept is the same. Speak at the speed of understanding. Learn at the speed of understanding. So if you're reading a book and you're reading something and you see something and it makes sense to you, and then you say, all right, I'm not sure I get all that, go back and read it again. Go back and read it again. Or find another source that polyparrots the same result. But the point is, speak and learn and teach at the speed of understanding. Okay, next one. The biggest risks that you take in life is not taking any risks whatsoever. If you just sit there and let things continue on and on and on. I mean, one of the things we say in business is the only thing that's constant in business is change. So you've got to constantly be monitoring your business, be monitoring the outside elements. I've told the story where I worked for a company where we knocked on doors and we were selling a life insurance product where people could accumulate money, a long-term savings plan. And we were knocking on doors, and then all of a sudden one day, knocking on the doors, and very few people were letting us into the house, and to the point where it was like a real small section of people were letting us into the house. Situations change. You've got to take risks, and you have to understand that if you just keep doing the same thing, the outside circumstances, the technology, all of these different elements change where you are. So you've got to be willing to take a risk to try something new so that you can continually advance. You can't just keep doing the same thing. You can't, if it's working, fine. If you're a restaurant, you have a signature dish and people come in for that signature dish, you don't want to do things to a lobster that's going to, bastardize the meal. But how do you serve it? What does the restaurant look like? You follow what I'm saying? So, some things you want to keep as they are because they're working, but you always want to be on the lookout to be innovative. Your habits define who you are. Wow, that's one of my favorites. You are your habits, then your habits become you. If you're that person that wakes up in the morning and is a slave to social media, and that's your life, and there are people like that, that's their only, that's where they get their, dopamine or whatever, they get a rush from that when people respond. Okay, I understand that. I mean, I felt that myself, but the point is that a habit that's going to move you forward? You need to stop, reflect on your habits, because you become your habits. If you're somebody that starts working out, as an example, let's suppose you go running in the morning, or you go for a walk in the morning, you become that. All right, when you go for that walk, when I used to go for my bicycle ride every day, it was the bicycle ride. There wasn't a lot of traffic. I was going early in the morning. They had a bike path, so there wasn't a lot of traffic. But while I'm doing that, I'm also thinking. I'm thinking of different thoughts. A zillion things are going through my mind. It changes your life. You become your habits become you. Action gives you more clarity than thought. There are so many people out there that have an idea and they let the idea just kind of sit there between their ears. You got to find out if what you're thinking is worthwhile. Very simple. And the only way you're going to find that out is by taking some action, is by doing it. Eli, I can show you a basketball move. As a matter of fact, I have on many occasions. Spin move. I got a new move for you, by the way, Eli. And when I show you, these basketball moves, you watch me do it or you see somebody else do it and you say, wow, that's a good move. But until you try it yourself, you're not really making any progress. So it's good to see it, but you've got to actually do the move yourself, because that gives you clarity on what it is you exactly have to do. You can't say yes to everyone. As a matter of fact, people in the 5% group say no to virtually everyone. because they have a focus and they don't want to let the people on the outside distract them. Have the people around you support you, have the people around you with the same clarity that you have on the objective you want to reach. So you have to be able to say no a lot of the time. No, I can't give you my time right now. No, my attention is being spent here. I realize you have some issues. Sometimes you have to say no. Commitment gets you started. Consistency get you somewhere. Persistence keeps you going. Hey, you got to be committed, and then you got to consistently have some action, and that's what keeps you going. Okay, we're going to stop right there. Once again, huge shout out to Matthew Royce, 51 Sentence Life Lessons. Let's end it with our this life lesson we always use, which is, hey, don't ration the passion, fashion the passion. I'm Eli's dad.